Alright everybody, we got another battle here, and this one's in 5th gen versus the second coming, so it's actually Jesus over here. But, so we messed up our roulette a little bit. We accidentally both changed, like, the guy who's leading off first, as opposed to it being the dude that we pick first. The whole point of roulette, or part of the points of roulette. But whatever, he doesn't care, he's like, let's just play. Gives me an advantage, so that's kind of cool. And at this point, I'm expecting him to switch. And looking at his team, I don't remember much, but I remember like a rock dude and a psychic dude and a Gyarados. So this guy's got hidden power. I have absolutely no idea what it is, but I figure he's going to switch and Gyarados might come in, and I think it might be electric, so I go for it. It's not electric, it's neutral, so it's probably grass. And I also had no idea that I was scarfed. I didn't even look at these dudes' items. I had absolutely no idea. I'm like, well, crap. Now I can't even hydro pump this thing, and he just boosts it up. So, that left me in a bit of a pickle for no freaking reason, and I end up just switching into Zong because I'm like, well, he'll probably be able to. I have no idea. Whatever. I'll switch to Zong. So I'm gonna put up a light screen. Hopefully, I'm at 274 right now. So I'm like, I should be able to survive a fire blast. He's not heat proof, but whatever. So I take it, put up light screen. That's cool. And then there's no lefties because it's probably light clay. Again, I didn't freaking look at my items, so I start looking at my items now, or at least when I start to switch to guys. I have no idea if I'm going to survive because I forgot what my hit points was before I took that, but I'm going to at least go for it, try an Earthquake. So I go for it, and it leaves him just barely alive. I'm like, well, that sucks. It was either that or getting up a Reflect, but I figured he's got a Rock Polish, so I'll try and get the damage where I can. So it left him up a little bit. I'm not going to get Reflect, but whatever. At least he's dead. Bronzong's dead. It's not the end of the world, I suppose. Fire Blast didn't miss, which would have been nice. I would have got... Well, see, ironically, I would have gotten up Reflect, but that one extra turn would have hurt me instead later. So we'll get to see. Machamp is going to come in. I double check, make sure he's not choiced, which he is not, so that's handy. And I'll finish him off with a Bullet Punch, because that's exactly what he does, with priority for the win. I don't know what the hell he's going to bring in. I think he brings in... You know, I don't even know what the hell he brings in. Let's take a look. So we shall see. Again, I'm sorry that it's webcam recorded. For the life of me, I cannot get No GBA to freaking load up my 5th gen file, so I can't screen record it. Not without Days Moon, but my computer right now can't handle it. So at least in the next... Somewhere in the next 2 months, I'm buying a new computer for Diablo 3, but I have no idea how much that's going to completely overtake my life, and might be the only game I play at that point, so I have absolutely no idea. I switch over to Tentacruel just because I can. I didn't feel too safe that I would be able to deal much damage to that thing, so this way it'll allow me to get something up. I had a feeling if it's anything like 4th gen Deoxys, he'll probably try and put up some hazards and I can spin them away for the win. So I don't know if he's going to taunt me or not, I don't know, but I'm going to go Toxic Spikes anyway. He brings in his Torkoal, which is probably to trying to spin it again as well, thinking that I'm going to set up some T-Spikes, which of course is exactly what I go for. So I try a Scald, seeing if I can finish him off, but he's going to be freaking Focus Sashed, and this is where that Fire Blast not missing actually pays off. Well, not quite yet, but it's going to pay off now. So he's at 1 hit point because of Focus Sash, so I'm going to go for the Rapid Spin, which is awesome, and I completely forgot that light screen was up. I had no idea. I just kind of set it up. I'm like, that's cool, and then I forgot about it. So it allows me to Rapid Skin it off, and it's dead, and now freaking light screen wears off. I'm like, oh, hey, look at that. And I think I still would have survived his attack regardless, but because Fire Blast didn't miss, it saved me that one turn that was actually kind of important to allow me to certainly stay in for free. And then Gira comes in, which I didn't even notice the lack of Intimidate. I didn't even realize. I don't know what I was looking at. I was looking at something. But I figured, well, I've got Scald. Rain is up. He does resist it. But if I can get a burn on this one turn, that'll be really handy. Otherwise, like, what else am I going to go to? Not Heatran, not Tyranitar. Machamp doesn't have Stone Edge in this gen, apparently, because, or at least this one doesn't have Stone Edge. So, you know, whatever. So I go for a turn of Scald, and it doesn't work. And it didn't do as much as I expected anyway. Well, I don't know, it did a little bit less. I wasn't thinking like a third or anything, but whatever. So he gets up a Dance, and now I'm just in total deep crap. Like, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. And I'm pretty sure that Hidden Power on Politoed, whom is Scarfed, isn't electric. Otherwise, I would have gone there in the first place. So I believe I go to Machamp now, hoping that I can survive a +1 waterfall. But wait, I wasn't factoring in rain. For some reason, I've only thought like Surf and Hydro Pump get boosted by rain, because that's pretty much all I've ever seen with rain. So it wasn't even processing. Plus, it was him throwing it at me as opposed to me throwing it, and it's my rain, even though it's for both of us type of deal. So that was pretty much me, the excuses I have for not accounting for it. And I completely get one shot, and I did not account for it whatsoever. I was just like, holy crap, he must have crit. But he didn't whatsoever. And then I wouldn't even be able to take freaking 2 of them, even if rain wasn't there. So I was just dead anyway. So that just completely failed. And then he gets a Moxie boost. I'm like, great. This is just flat out game over. It's literally game over. My only chance is that this Scarf, whatever the hell it's called, Scarf Toad, Politoed, is able to finish it off with a Hydro Pump. Or at least deal enough where Life Orb recoil is going to kill him after my Hydro Pump. So that's all I got at this point, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to hope it matters, hope it works. Hidden Power is not gonna cut it. Ice Beam's not gonna cut it. That's all he has aside from it. So, but even Hydro Pump, just because of its raw base power and the double stab, it still is more, even with the fact that he resists it. It's still like 120 or something like that. I don't know. It's still really sick. So I'm going to go for it, and it doesn't kill. It doesn't even come really that close at all. So he finishes me off in one shot, and I was like, I probably should have went to Tentacruel first, just to get another Scald on there, and then come to this guy, because now he's got an extra Moxie boost. Now there's no way in hell anything is surviving. And he hasn't quite told me yet, but he's thinking, well, sweeps are lame. Let's have a little bit more fun than this. As opposed to just ending the game, let Xerxes play with a couple of guys for kicks. So he goes for Fire Blast and it missed, and I'm just like, what? And normally I really hate when people do stuff like that, especially when they do it to me. It's just like, you know what, just finish me. You won the game, it's freaking over, but he doesn't do it, whatever. So unfortunately he's still not dead, so he still needs to hit me with something. So he hits me with an Ice Fang as I went for a second layer of T-Spikes just in case. And go figure, I get frozen, so I don't get that second layer. I'm just like, really? This is dumb. I'm still going to get rolled, even though he tried. So it was funny, but whatever. So he comes in with this guy, and I'm just going to sit in until I thaw out or till he kills me or whatever. Going to Heat Train with Rain up is stupid, so T-Tar is going to be my next switch anyway. So I just go for Scald, and it freaking melted the ice. I don't know, like I knew fire moves would do that, but just because Scald would burn didn't make me think that it would melt the ice. I know it's called boiling water in Japan, which I wish I could freaking use my Japanese version with this. But, well, I guess if neither version is going to recognize the save files, I guess I could still use my Japanese version, but whatever. So I thought out and one-hit KO'd it, which was hilarious. I don't think... No, neither one of us were expecting that at all, so... Dude's poisoned. I got a super effective Hex. I thought that would be a lot better than like 25%. I'm like, really? That sucked. So I'm going to go back to Scald just to see the difference. Also, I missed the super effective text. I must have been looking at something shiny or something. The hell if I know. But I didn't pay enough attention to it, so I switched to Scald. Plus there's Rain. Just kind of see how different the damage is going to be. And I'm going to leave this, or I'm going to switch this guy out as fodder. I'm going to go to T-Tar, and that'll allow me to get a turn of Sand, a turn of Poison, and then hopefully I can pursuit him away if he wanted to switch, or if not, just be a super effective hit in the first place. So I'm going to switch this guy out, leave him with just as fodder, because I'm not really afraid of Nightshade on either of my two guys. It's like a mega hit KO. So, with the exception of Tentacruel, of course. Come on, why are you still... There you go. Took you long enough to switch. Christ. So, in comes T-Tar, takes the Nightshade, switches the weather. Whatever, no big deal. Actually, considering it was roulette, it's lolz that I got double weather, but I had some good guys to go with the weather. I mean, obviously, Bronzong and Heatran are good with sand. Bronzong's obviously sick with rain, then Tentacruel is sick with rain. So everything worked really well. He does try to switch, and I nail him with a pursuit, which is just fun. He definitely gave me a squinty eyes face at that. He's like, really, dude? I'm like, yep, I still got it. I at least know how the game works, just not this game. So he goes into his last. I didn't realize it was his last, but then he told me, and then I looked. I'm like, oh, hey, it's his last. So the game's completely flipped ever since he gave Garrett away, and he's going to start cursing up. Unfortunately, he's only poisoned and not toxic because I got frozen on the turn that I tried to set up the second layer when Life Orb would have killed Gira. Of course, go figure. So now it's going to be just a matter of can I deal enough damage to outdo his Wish Protect? Or, whatever. I'm not quite sure. He still has to get turns of curses in there. So it's going to be really tough for him to get Wish and Protect and a turn of curse in there to get strong enough where he can one-hit KO all my stuff. And Sand and Poison are just going to wreak a little bit of havoc on him. Just the Sand and Poison, it's not going to hurt him that much because of lefties and Wish, but it's going to be enough to give me a chance to deal enough damage to take him out. So he certainly is going to have the Protect incoming, so I know I'm not going to get any damage off this turn. So it's just a matter of, is the Sand going to come first, or is the Wish going to come first at this point? I'm going to switch to Tentacruel so I can get Scalds off as opposed to Crunches if he's going to be cursing up. And I know it's going to be safe for him to come in this turn. And that's really all there is to the play. Because Sand came up first, I think that's going to make it go before Wish. I'm not sure. Maybe if Wish was in the air and then I switched to T-Tar, he'd get the Wish first. I'm not positive on how that works out, but it works out in my favor. So that's all I really have to worry about. Good game second. Obviously, he still certainly won the match after giving me Gira. I'm not going to count that. There's my proof right there. But thanks for playing. It was a lot of fun, especially giving that allowed for some lulz with the freezes and all that garbage. So thanks for playing, thanks for playing. Thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy. Take care. And my favorite turtle is Raph because he's definitely boss. Peace.